I always got to remember there's two lights on this microphone. Too many times in the past I've seen the green light on the one side and assumed it wasn't recording. Nope. There's another light on the other side and it is red. And it is recording. Yeah, red lights all around. And honestly, yeah, whoops, turn my tracking back on. Haven't made any real decisions in terms of what I want to do, which means I'll probably just do a loop through Riverside Park at the most, and then go home. To be perfectly honest with you, we are at 15 3/4 miles right now. So that'll already put us over 20 miles. It's a good solid ride. So I think that's what we'll do. Admittedly, I know it's not the most exciting for you, YouTube. You see a lot of Riverside Park. But feels like home. What can I say? Feels like home. And at least today, unlike most days, I won't be annoying anyone with my music. And we are yet again going down one of the worst maintained bike lanes around here, but not without reason. We're gonna roll by the new arena again. I think it's the first time I've recorded myself riding by it since it's been completed. Had a few concerts there already, none of which I am interested in going to, but still. I always like new entertainment features, new entertainment options being added to the city. I always like that, even if they're not options for me. Because to my mind, the more of the bigger options there are, then the more likely it is that some of the smaller groups will see this as a more attractive place to come. Lately, unfortunately, a lot of the heavy bands in particular that I like to listen to are really not coming to this side of the state. It's Detroit, if anything. It sucks. So there's an audience for that stuff here, man. I don't know, I guess some of the more obscure bands can struggle a little bit, which is, you know, the stuff I like the best. Not the super obscure stuff, but just like, you know, that middle of the road metal. Stuff like Dying Fetus and Belphegor and I've been a maybe part of the problem. I don't go to many shows these days anymore. I think I saw Cannibal Corpse last summer with Obituary. And then left when Amon Amarth came on. Sorry. Not an Amon Amarth fan. I do not mind me some gimmicky metal, but there are limits. There are limits. Still, I mean, at the same time, I can't be upset with them because if it weren't for their tour, I wouldn't have been able to see Cannibal Corpse and Obituary. Wind is back. In fact, since we were talking them up so much earlier, let's take both of our 131 tunnels today. Plus, now that I think of it, my best performing short on my channel was one of my tunnel vids. The tight quarters make for some fun experimentation with the 360 camera. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of that. A little bit of tunnel fun. I think we're going to go through it the opposite way I usually do, because the way I usually do it takes me through the crappiest part of this protected bike lane up here. So we'll start on Turner, cut back across, go to the other tunnel, and then cut back through. That'll get us away from the Leonard intersection, which is the one that sucks. Because whoever designed it is a coward. Unfortunately, they've been recently cleaned. And I say unfortunately because that means they got rid of all the graffiti, which sucks. That's all right. It is summer, and I'm sure they will be covered again by the time the season is out. Yeah, and honestly, I'm not missing much by cutting over here. Obviously, the bike lane isn't as nice, but this is also a far less traveled section of road. I don't think a single car passed me since I turned onto it. Let's say I've got one coming up on my left just now, and that's it. That's all I got. It's a little bit more traffic on the block up ahead for two reasons. There's a new municipal building up here at the corner. And then there's also a dispensary. At least those are the two main reasons. There's obviously some other stuff down here. A lot of which is just, normal 9 to 5 business. So it's busier weekdays during the day. And then quieter on the weekends. Today's a Friday, if I haven't mentioned it. Pretty early in the day, so still very much working time for most people. And don't worry, I'll get my work in today too, just later. My weekend doesn't start until midnight tonight. Shit, midnight at the earliest. Whew. I don't know what's in this building, but they got their own little Lime bike station, some nice bike parking. Oh, public services building, that explains it. Oh, cool. Oh, good. There has been some more graffiti in here. Nice. Oh, okay. I guess I had it in my head that they got both of them, but it looks like they only got the one tunnel. Because yeah, that was all recognizable. I knew what that was. Passing on your left. Passing on your left. Wind's got me feeling a little uncertain. It is fairly gentle, but I'm getting crosswinds that are kind of gusty, so I think we're going to stay hands on handlebars for a while. Passing on your left. I don't know. Might be in kind of a sweet spot. There's a little bit of a gust, but that wouldn't have knocked me over. We'll see. Yeah. Feels pretty good. Wind picked up immediately as I said that, of course. Come on. Come on, you're good. Right? You don't want to gust at me anymore. Just let me roll. Come on. No. No, not having it. All right. Seen two e-motos out and about today. Both a good and a bad thing, in my opinion. I am all about mobility alternatives. That is definitely a good thing. What is less of a good thing is people on e-motos riding on pedestrian paths and sidewalks and through parks and generally places they're not supposed to be. Like I said, in general, full support. But in my opinion, if you're on an MUP or a bike path or any kind of non-car specific route, if you got a throttle, you should be capped at 15. Pedal assist, you should be capped at 20. And honestly, I think you can make a good argument for barring anything with a throttle in pedestrian areas like that. To my mind, if it doesn't require actual physical strength from you to get your vehicle moving, then you shouldn't be sharing spaces with pedestrians and normal bicyclists. You're a much bigger danger to them than you otherwise would be. So yeah, that's my 2 bits. I think we'll climb up and do the Division Avenue bike lane again. Sadly, I don't think the Canal Park construction is going to be done this season. Might have to double check their website, but oh shit. Let's get this out of here. Might have to double check their website, but I think they said that's not due to be done until next spring, maybe. Maybe next fall. So it might be, you know, they'll start opening it up like end of the summer, maybe. Like I said, I'll double check the dates. I'm not 100%. Longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be opening up soon. They started putting up some of the like playground equipment. So, another one of my favorite spots. Not quite as fun as Riverside, but Canal Park is good and it's closer. And it's also a nice alternative to the Monroe Avenue bike lane. Speaking of which, there's supposedly a Riverside trail that they have started opening up recently. that I need to figure out how to get onto. Supposedly goes from Leonard to Ann here, right by the river. I'll have to hunt that down another day. Right now, I'm tired. I need to go home. We're going to do a little bit of climbing and go through that Division Avenue bike lane again. I think I already said that. Just making sure you know, YouTube. Sure you know what the itinerary is. I'm not gonna lie, YouTube, I was feeling a little sluggish when I started off today, but we're about to do 30 miles on a fixed gear, which is quite a bit, frankly. Oh good, Division's a wind tunnel. Just what I wanted.